So who currently has some type of lead attraction system in their business? All right, good. Who doesn't have one? Good. Who has some kind of lead generation mechanism that you give away for free? I saw my man hand. What's yours, my guy? Your free course? Okay, got it. What's yours say? What's yours say, bro? So how to create a 7-figure cleaning proposal. So who's your target audience? Cleaning business owners, perfect. So who's clear on who their target audience is? So who sells cleaning services? All right, perfect. So write this down. Here's a free lead generation mechanism that all y'all can use. 7 mistakes, blank, that blank is your target audience, make when it comes to hiring cleaning companies. That costs them lots of money, hours they can't get back, and tons of frustration. So for example, 7 mistakes charter schools make when hiring cleaning companies that cost them thousands of dollars that they can't get back, hours of frustration, and hours of frustration. So that first blank is like your target audience. So 7 mistakes $1 million homeowners make when hiring boom, 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 that cost them boom, boom, boom. Does that make sense? So now we got this lead generation mechanism. Are y'all following? Do we all have a lead generation mechanism now? Cool. So now once we got this lead generation mechanism, now we got to attract people to it, right? What are some ways we can attract people to it? What else? What's some other ways we can get people to this lead? Because y'all know people say, if you build it, they'll come. Y'all, how many of y'all heard that before? If you build it, they'll come. Raise your hand high. How many of y'all believe that? It's a lie. If you build it, they will not come. You got to attract them to it. So this mechanism we just came up with, the 7 mistakes to blah, 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 blah. How are we going to get people to that? Like starting like tonight. Ads. Who's running ads? Wow, nobody's in here running ads. So write this down, y'all. Learning how to turn advertising into profit is the fastest way to grow sales and wealth. Some people try to debate with me and say they can get higher returns on their money than paid advertising, and nobody has ever been able to. I got partners in real estate, stock, they do everything. Trading, like the list just goes on and on and on. But very few of them can show me how to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, 1,000% ROI every single week on their money. And you can control it. Does that make sense? So even if you start off with, some people are like, well, I don't got a budget to do that. You can start off with $5 a day. Like, go to the drive-thru today, make a lunch at home, and take that $5 and put it into ads. Or start with $1. I don't care what it is, but get in the game and then you just compound on it. Are y'all follow me? Yeah. So that's one thing. So one thing you can do, y'all can shoot this video, especially y'all clean too. You can shoot the video and be like, hey, listen, a lot of $1 million homeowners, they make one big mistake that literally costs them hundreds of thousands of dollars every year on home cleaning services. And here's what it is. And then you teach them that one thing. And you say, it's actually 6 more things, but I don't got time to go into it right now in this video. So click on the link around this video and go get access to my 7 mistakes that $1 million home business owners make that cost them boom, 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 boom. And now you create that video how many times? 1 time. And it just continues to work for you over and over and over again. And guess how you shoot it? Just like that. Show them how you do it, AJ. It takes some skill now. Show them how to do it, bro. It's going to take some skill now. You just flip that thing over like that, and you just get into it. Like, you don't need, some of y'all like, nah, I need to go hire a videographer. No, you don't. You hold that thing up just like this, and you get it popping. Or, yeah, so you start with that one, and then some of you, when you're on site cleaning a house, that's like the perfect time to shoot one, because they see you like in the action. So we got ads. Who's going to shoot that ad? 1 hand up. Who's going to shoot that ad? Who's going to shoot it tonight? Why not? You've been drinking. That's the best time to shoot it. Because some of y'all scared anyway. Some of y'all scared to do a video. So it's the best time to do it now. So now you can be like, well, I ain't remember doing that. You ain't gonna overthink it now. So shoot it tonight. Unless you're scared. If you just scared of money, then I'd leave you alone. But if you truly like money, like you said, shoot it. How many of y'all want to build $1 million business? Keep your hand up if you're willing to do what multi-million-dollar business owners do, though. Multi-million-dollar business owners, they shorten the gap of learning something and executing. But actually, let me say that again. They shorten the gap from consuming new information to executing. You don't actually learn anything until you implement. So if you sit here for 3 days and you just take notes and you don't go do nothing, you actually didn't learn anything. You just hung out in Vegas for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? You probably had a good time, but you ain't learned nothing. You only learn something when you go implement. So you only learn how to do ads when you shoot the video I just gave you and get the ad live. Is this making sense, y'all? Yeah. All right, cool. I know school has told us memorizing stuff is learning. That's not learning. We only learn when we implement. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, so we got ads. Number 2, we got content. How many of you create video content every day? How many of you don't create video content every day? Raise your hand high. Anybody can tell me why they don't create video content every day? What type of business do you have? Who you serve? Who's your ideal client? Perfect. And what do you do for them? Cool. What's a piece of content you can shoot that'll be beneficial for them? Parking lot cleanup strategies? How many parking lot cleanup strategies you got? How long would it take you to shoot that video? You got 10 minutes? Because you just told me time was the issue. You told me ideas and time was the issue. Ideas clearly, y'all think ideas is the issue for him? It's just no problem. And then you said you got 10 minutes, right? And if I had to bet, you could probably shoot that video in less than 10 minutes. Now, is there specific equipment that you use for this parking lot cleanup? That's a whole nother video. Are there mistakes people make when cleaning these parking lots? How many mistakes? How many can you think of right off the top of your head? Boom, so that's 5 more videos. So we already got 7 videos for you, right? So check this out. The 7 mistakes, how many of y'all can think of 7 mistakes? Raise your hand high. Y'all got 7 videos already. And in those 7 videos, you're going to teach how many mistakes? No. We're going to teach what? 1. And then you're going to give them a call to action at the end to do what? Hit a link to go get the other 6 mistakes. You're like, hey, I can only teach you 1 in this video, but if you want the other 6, go to blah, 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 blah. So content, y'all with me? Who's going to shoot the 7 videos? So how many ways we got to generate people to this? We got 2. Can y'all handle 1 more? All right, what's another one we can do? How many of y'all post on your social media every day? Who posts every day?
Do you think this posting is good enough?
Nope. I'm glad you asked. Posting is not good enough. Because how many of y'all know? I'm glad you asked that, bro. Like, posting isn't a strategy. So you want to post on purpose. So, like, every post should be strategic. Now, does every post have to be like a call to action to go do something? Not necessarily. It depends on, like, who your market is, who you serving, and things of that nature, right? If you're targeting parents because you want to do their homes, you want to make your page and your content parent friendly. And you want them to see that, oh, wow, you're a parent. Or, oh, you're going to appreciate my kids and use the best products because you got kids, right? So when you teach, hey, here's the best home cleaning products to use that are kid-friendly and pet-friendly, they're going to be like, oh, I never knew that. Does that make sense? And some of y'all are like, well, that's basic. Everybody knows that. Anybody thinking that? Right? Because write this down. Like, you make millions off of your duh. You make millions off of your duh, D-U-H. That's where your bag at. And the stuff that's basic, you like, man, that's basic. Everybody know that. No, they don't. You make your millions off your duh. So we got 3 ways. I would recommend, write this down, that you post to your social media strategically 3 to 5 times per day. Hold on, we got a question over here. Go, bro. That's a fantastic question. So the question was, because he was like, I'm going for stadiums. So what type of content, how should that be broke up, right? So great question. So you would sit down, so it could be a mixture, right? Because I'm sure you probably got like maybe testimonials or something from other stadiums that you've done already, right? So boom, so that's a piece of content. somebody else talking about you. Another piece of content may be, here's how, like some video of your team out doing the work, right? So that could be an example. Another post may be like an image of something, or like really, because like one of the things I've always wondered when I went to like a concert or something, or a comedy show, I'd be like, man, who gonna clean all this up? Like I'd be like, man, who's cleaning this? Like, this crazy, right? So it's like talking about that, like literally showing how a stadium looks when y'all get there, and then like showing after y'all are done. Because the beautiful thing is, it ain't like you gotta do drastically different content every day, because most people aren't seeing the content you posting anyway. So if you got 10,000 people on your Instagram, for example, probably only about 100 or 2 are actually seeing your posts every day. So you're not necessarily having to do brand new stuff all the time. Does that make sense? So you can kind of rinse and repeat it depending on your model and then who you're targeting and so forth. What you about to say? Great question. That's a great question. Who else was thinking that? The post in the story don't count. Here's why. Here's why it disappears. So after 24 hours, it's no longer there. So like, look at how many, anybody here do real estate? Anybody do real estate? Cool. So look at your pieces of content like little pieces of real estate. So like you can put up a piece of content today and you get clients from it a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Does that make sense? I felt a couple people earlier and I was like, I've been watching your content for 3 years. Right? So it's like, it's little pieces of asset. When you're asleep, people are watching your content and they're deciding on if they're going to hire you or they're going to hire somebody else. And your content is going to be like, okay, I'm hiring this person because I like them.